Greetings, YouTube, and my fellow followers. How are you guys doing today? Thank you guys for tuning in. As you know, I've been on YouTube since probably 2019. My channel is Crystal's Life Journey, The Gifted Voice. I did post out a video earlier about the matter of the subject that I'll be talking about tonight on the struggle is real. The struggle is real. I got my little paper here because I had to decide what I was going to write. Usually I have it all together. So excuse me, guys. First off, I would like to say thank you guys so much for being a part of this journey with me. It means a lot. There's not a day that goes by, that I am not grateful for my subscribers. So again, I say thank you. And God bless you all for standing on my side and being on this journey. I tell you, I've come a long way. Okay, tonight's subject will be speak on the struggle is real. Meaning life struggles. Y'all excuse me because I'm going to have to look down a little bit. I wrote this because I kept thinking, okay, how am I going to say this? I want to say it right, not just post something up there. Don't know what I'm talking about, but that's why it's good to write it first. Y'all know I'm crazy. But the struggle is real. The very world we live in as I speak. In today's society, there are a lot of people like me in general who struggle with certain types of issues, circumstances, or whatever it may be. Whether it be addiction, family problems, grief, sadness, mental illness, depression, and sorrow. All of us are dealing with some sort of struggle. In struggle, there is a lot of pain, sorrow, and sometimes there may be loneliness. We have to be careful of how we deal with certain people and people that we meet in our lives on a daily basis. We never know what a person, or as we call ourselves, human beings, what people are going through. I would say since I started my YouTube channel journey, I have never in my life, if I can remember, been as so open as I'm now sharing my life story. See, there's no shame in my game. Growing up as a child, Lord, let me not get emotional, because it's time to stop hiding and share my story. People need to know. So let me start back. Growing up as a kid, born and raised in Los Angeles, California, December 14th, 1989. A child who never knew that she was adopted. Ain't that funny? Recently found out at the age of 31, the year of 2021. But anyway, not to go off subject, back to the struggle is real. When you think of the word struggle, the definition, my definition, versus suffering, long suffering versus struggle. Struggle could be suffering as though very painful. Although both similar alike. Suffering is about judging the struggle. When y'all gotta excuse me. I'm a little bit off. Hold on one second. Okay, suffering is struggling. Suffering is about judging the struggle. When you resent what you do, which is not the same as it is difficult. It's like a difficult situation that you're trying to struggle with, whether something, a goal that you're trying to accomplish, or a need or a want maybe, versus, long suffering and suffering. Suffering and struggle can be similar, but in a way they're a little bit different. Struggle is like, oh, I'm struggling. It's just difficult. I just can't do it. Every day I'm struggling to pay bills, this and such, struggling to be a better person. Whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. And long suffering is really when you've been through a painful experience. Like you didn't suffer. You didn't been through some things. You hear me? Where the devil tried to destroy you, like you almost did not make it. But it was God that kept you through it. Like me. Because y'all don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and play with y'all. I'm being real. This is the realest I can be. I would say that the devil tried to kill me. He did. Because last year recently, I thought I wasn't gonna be here. And thought about taking my life. Yes, I said it. Don't judge me. But it was God that came through. He sent a messenger to me and say, no, you can't do this. Your life means more. I can't stand people that we all, even as Christians, or people, we want to be hypocrites, or we want to judge other people and say, we've all had our times and struggles that we have to deal with, battles, spiritual warfares that we had to fight, sometimes all by ourselves. How dare we sit here and judge other people? We've all been through something as people, because life does get hard. Don't sit here and tell me life is easy every day. It's not. If somebody told you that, they obviously lying to you. Unless you're rich. No disrespect. But I'm just speaking facts. I have struggled. I've had unfair things happen to me. Sometimes it was on my own. As a child, I didn't have a voice growing up. And as I've got to my adult age now, I've dealt with my anger issues, certain things that I should not said, or I didn't know how to handle because I didn't have that proper comfort or emotional support from my adopted parents. I admit it. I've been hiding too long, and the truth needs to come out. You have a lot of families who sit down and they communicate with their families, and sometimes they don't. And you don't have a voice, and you come from a dysfunctional family. That's for a whole nother subject, guys, a whole nother subject, but I'm just being real. And as you get older and people say, oh, well, you talk too much. Well, if you didn't have a voice as a kid, what you expect? And you take that stuff into your adulthood. That little girl, that little boy who's longing just to be understood. Or that little girl little boy that was once a child, now a grown man or a grown woman who's still longing to be understood. Because nobody sat with them and told them, hey, I love you. Hey, I see you. I see your worth. That's for a whole nother subject, guys. But yes, the struggle is real. There are a lot of people out there like me who work from paycheck to paycheck, trying to make it or could barely to afford to go on vacations and leisures because the lack of income, the struggle of making it day by day. And it's hard. It's not that they can't make money. Life has drowned us human beings. This society has made it so hard for people. Now, I'm not talking about COVID. This way before COVID happened. It's been very hard to cope in this world. But that's where you have to put your trust in Jesus and know that he can make everything new and possible. That through the struggle, he's there and he sees everything. Everything. And he won't put more on us than we can bear. He'll never put more on us than we can bear. So let me just say this. Struggle, to me, could be the various things of life itself. Sometimes the places, things, or people we meet could just be personal battles, spiritual warfares, fighting every day to be you, pretending to be happy when you're not. A struggle can be anything. Someone struggling or even battling with forgiveness, loneliness, sleep problems. The list goes on and on, whatever struggle it may be. The reason I made this video tonight is I want to know if people could relate to some of these circumstances of life, which I think we all have gone through. Struggling is never easy. But when we put our trust in Jesus, he will lighten up the load. God is our strength. I hope I'm not alone in this message because I've been struggling. I'm real enough to say that. I've been struggling a long time to get to the places I want in life, to reach the calling that God has given me, that purpose, that anointing, that gift. But it's through the struggle we have to go through to get to the promised land. This is to be continued, part 2. Part 2, I'll be talking about long suffering. So you didn't struggle, but then the long suffering comes. I don't know if it's first long suffering, then suffering, but I'll be discussing that on the next video. You all know it'll be a while before I post back, but I'm trying to get better at making more videos on here. So again, thank y'all for your patience. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope it brings hope to somebody that you're never alone. Everybody's going through something, good or bad. We're all struggling through something. And if you're not, kudos to you. That means God has been really good to you. Through patience, all the nights you cried, and all the sleepless nights she cried. God knows. God is there. And he sees everything. He loves you just like he loves me. And he said he'll never leave you nor forsake you. God bless you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Crystal's Life Journey, The Gifted Voice. And as I always do, I always close with a song. I always close with a song for you guys. Because it wouldn't be a channel if it wasn't The Gifted Voice. So here's a little song. I've also recently been working on a new song that I wrote, you guys, which I'm excited to, hopefully I'll share a little bit with you guys, because I know this video is supposed to be ending. I've been on here for like about 16 minutes now, I think. But let me share with you guys a little part of my song. Just a little bit. And I think I wrote a song, The Struggle. It's called The Struggle Is Over. The struggle is over. The struggle is over. I'll give me a minute. And so verse 1 says, my struggle is almost over. I'm close to the finish line. I went through trials and tribulations, but it's through my struggle I made it this far. The struggle is almost over. So that's a little bit taste, guys. All right. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Love y'all. Crystal's Life Journey, The Gifted Voice. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.